It's dark in here. I'm live. I ain't gonna do it on this again. I'm gonna use this for something else. So, all right, let's try this again. Cause the first joint I talked for 12 minutes and then nobody see nothing and hear nothing. Can y'all hear me now? See me now? Let's try it. I'm trying it again. Wait for y'all to come in here. How y'all doing? Everybody know me as John, Big John, John with the 5 kids or whatever. It's dark, man. This lighting on here is. I'm in this room with no light. Anyway, I want to work on this. How I get some light up in this joint? This old dim light. I need a better light. Anyway, I see I got 2 people. If y'all can hear me, say something on this post. Say something right here. Now that ain't nothing that say something or whatever. I just go rock it. I'm gonna just go rock it right there. I'll work on this more light. I see that this light. The light is it's terrible. Somebody commented on my old post. All right, so what's up? Facebook, YouTube. I did the IG earlier. The IG worked, but I'm doing it again anyway. So I want to talk about why is the black community over policed? Why is that? Yes, the black community is over policed. Most black communities are over policed. And without getting into all the reasons, political reasons why, and just overall why police are stationed where the crime is. The crime is there. So they're in close proximity to the crime. I lived on 75th and May. I grew up on 75th and May. I forgot what that area is called, but it's right next to Inglewood. In the good old days when all that area was good, I got aunts and auntie. I used to walk to my grandmother's house right off of Halsted, 66 and Halsted. In the 90s, late 80s, that area became messed up. It was crime ridden and police were everywhere. Crime was everywhere. So yeah, I'm over here looking at nightly news. This is my thing. Around this time, I flip channels. I go through news, and I'll be telling y'all to make sure y'all check out other news networks instead of CNN, which I do watch, MSNBC, which I do watch, and Fox, which I do watch. I do a lot of YouTubers. I look at my man Brandon Tatum, Amazing Lucas, Tommy Sotomayor. Love that dude. Jericho Green is my favorite YouTuber, hands down. Dude is dope. So I watch them, ABL, because I have more of a conservative perspective. I'm liberal on some things. I'm conservative about other things, but I have more of a conservative perspective. So I'm not going to answer any questions about why I don't see no people saying something, but I'm not going to go into my political views because it can vary. I vote for what I think, the person that I think that's going to help my community, help have my views. You know what I'm saying? So and I vote in the 2-year elections mostly because those are the most important. But anyway, let's go to the community. It also that also coincides with what I'm talking about with black communities being over police. Your politician, they know that where the crime is. So the captains of these police departments know where the crime is. They know where they got to put extra bodies in. So you have more crime in black communities. That's that's why you have more police officers there. Now, don't get mad at the police department if the only people that work that are police officers are white. That's the other part of my solution. People say, "Oh, you don't get no solutions. You just talk rhetoric." I'm trying to help you. Join the law enforcement. Law enforcement, especially out here in California, they pay pretty good, but the cost of living in California is terrible too. So it doesn't make any sense. I'm X what years old. I was a police officer for a little over 5 years. I get to this day, I haven't been a police officer in 3 years. To this day, I get emails and calls from different departments asking me I still be interested in being a police officer. I got a lot going on right now with my businesses I'm running, trying to run more businesses. I got a lot going on with my sons. Y'all know who they are. I'm not gonna talk about them on here, but I'm in Hollywood, so we doing what Hollywood do. You know, we getting into the acting, into the things. You know, I don't want to be in law enforcement. I miss law enforcement. Do I miss it? I do. I'm tempted to do something because it's a way I could do it because it just is. I miss it. I do miss it. I miss the camaraderie with my other officers. I miss the interaction with public. I miss helping the kids. I miss helping the young men in the community that were going astray, and they'll see Officer Harris and they'll say, "Hey, man, you gave me that talk, and hey, I didn't do what I was about to do because I remember talking to you." I miss that. But policing is a very dangerous job, and very dangerous, and they don't get paid enough. I heard somebody say, "Well, in light of the situation in Minnesota, the tragedy in Minnesota, well, police officers should carry malpractice insurance like doctors. Oh, they should carry malpractice insurance like doctors. Sure, as soon as they get paid like doctors, and then maybe you can vet some the little bit of the few bad apples. You can get rid of them. You know what I'm saying? But they still go sneak in. That officer that we talking about in Minnesota, whatever his name is, they killed Mr. Floyd. That officer was a veteran officer. He's been around a long time. He's been doing, you know what, a long time. Now let's get into this. He's been doing this a long time, and for real, the reason he probably wasn't punished or didn't get in trouble for none of the other stuff he did is because they need the bodies. They need people on the street. They need, and he probably was a productive officer. He looked like he liked what he was doing. You know, he looked like he liked what he was doing. He liked, he got a ball out of hurting this man and killing this man in cold blood. So, granted, back to what I was saying. The reason, so yes, our community, the black community, is old police. I live in a suburb of LA. I'm in LA all the time. You see police everywhere, all over the place. You see a police car every corner you turn. Kidding, because it's overpopulated and there's a lot of crime in LA. Out here, where the same police department is where I'm at, because LA County is huge. Same police department. I've been in my neighborhood for 3 years. I've yet to see a police car come down my block. Now, if I go to the main street, of course, half a mile away, you see police. I've yet to see a police officer come down my block. I can't tell you the last time they were on my block for a call. My neighbors, we know all. I know the Jones, the Andersons next door. I know my people over here. I know the people across the street. I walk. We communicate with each other. You know what I'm saying? Hey, somebody playing. Hey, I heard the boys practicing. Hey, I saw your. Hey, your daughter was so and so and so and so. What we talk to each other. I'll tell you one thing. A few months ago, last summer, my daughter was walking the dog. She walked the dog off the leash. She shouldn't have did that. A gentleman, one of my neighbors down the street, said something to my daughter. It's my oldest daughter. My oldest daughter said, My oldest daughter is tall. So he thought he was talking to a woman. She said, I'm sorry, sir, but I'm 14 years old. I apologize, but you shouldn't talk to me that way. He cursed at her. Yo, my baby came in here, little feelings was hurt. I told her, say, hey, I told you not to walk the dog when he's not on a leash. Well, I was just letting him get to run, blah, blah, blah. I said, yeah, but he runs up on people and people don't know your dog. They don't know your dog. So he runs up on people. Bottom line is, you was wrong, but he was wrong for speaking you that way. What did I do? Hey, let me walk down here, and I've done this before. Walk with my kid. I did it with my oldest son when somebody said something inappropriate to them in the neighborhood. Nothing racial, nothing like that. This dude was Asian, and the person that said something to my son was black. So nothing racial. I said that. I asked him. I said, I introduced myself. Hey, and I just told him, hey, you know, you cursed at my daughter. My daughter was wrong. I know the dog ran up on you, blah, 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 blah. But next time you got a problem, you need to pay, you need to assess the situation. I know the dog might have shook you up or whatever, but you had no reason to cursing my daughter. And he apologized. Keep it simple. He apologized, and everything went. I got his name. He got my name. We talked. All is well. I see him. I ride down the street. He waved. Oh, Mr. Harris. Simple as that. Communication. So, all I'm saying is, you got to do that in your neighborhood. You got to police your own neighborhood also. And you got a problem with the police department, become a law enforcement officer. Encourage your nephew or your son to become a law enforcement officer. It's a great career. It's a great career. It's rewarding. But you don't want to be a snitch. That's a whole other video. Anyway, or whatever you want to do, you know what I'm saying? Go patrol your own neighborhood. You can do that. Stay away from the law, don't get in trouble, and get stuff on your record. You can't be a police officer or firefighter or whatever. Do something. That's all I'm saying. Instead of being the complainer and got all the answers, and then when somebody else give you their opinion, you don't know what you're talking about. You think like a cop, blah 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 blah. Yes, I thought this way before I was a cop. Sorry. All right, so that's it for today. That's the lesson for today. Follow me, Officer J.L. Harris, YouTube. I'm trying to get this thing together. Facebook, Instagram. Love you guys. Check in later. I'm gonna start putting up more content. I'm gonna get better lights, and we're gonna get down. All right, peace. And broadcast.